What's up, y'all? How y'all doing? It's been a good minute. I know. Same old setup, same old thing. Going to work. Honestly, it's like the only time I have. Well, that's not true. It's not the only time I have where I could post a video stuff, but like I said before, being in the car is I don't feel pressured by anything. I feel good. I just like recording my car. And anyone who can relate to that, shout out to you. If not, then like, it is what it is. But I kind of want to just talk about something and like maybe rant a little bit. I don't know if it's ranting, but just want to throw jabs and stuff. Sorry, as y'all can see, I'm still driving and stuff, but a lot of things has happened. So I'll do you a little quick TLDR. In the last 3 weeks, or like month I should say, because it has been a whole month, I had a friend. Y'all remember him, Mikey, from my first video. Great ass friend. He was going through some trouble. He lived with me and my family for a little bit. Then, that was no longer, we were no longer to keep him at the house no more. So he had to move to Texas. And after moving to Texas, he's doing all right now. He's doing, from the calls we had, he's doing all right. He's trying to figure out his life, trying to like go on the right path. But I think he's going to be all right because he has, a good, loving family, or a loving sister, I should say, and her family. And then obviously, not to glaze myself like me, who's there to remind them to try pointing the right direction and stuff. So it's all good. So that's happened. I had another friend. I don't know what's going on. I feel like it's hard breathing here, but maybe I need to turn on the AC. That's probably it. But what's it called? I had another friend. She was having trouble with herself and her family issue. I'm not gonna discuss it too much because it's not my place to discuss other people's business like that, put it out there in the air. But she had a situation going on herself, so I helped out her as well. And me personally, I also have some issues. What's surprising? Whoa, you have issues. Everyone has issues. I know. But I guess for me personally, it's a lot of like court law things that, again, I don't want to discuss too much because, again, it's nobody's business really. But I'm just putting it out there, and like other family issues as well too. So it's been a lot. The October month has been a lot. Just like constantly back-to-back things, and thankfully I haven't really drank as much. Now I want to make a disclaimer. It doesn't mean I didn't drink at all. I did drink a couple beers here and there, which is fine, I think. And you might be thinking, oh my god, he's saying it's fine when he said he wants to go sober, doesn't want to drink. And like, yes, I have been battling with myself for the last like month and a half, well, since September, because as y'all know, back in June I went to sobriety, went completely clean, no drugs, no alcohol, no nothing. But then I messed up in September because, again, I started feeling bad, didn't really know how to cope, and I turned to the bottle, and that was terrible. To this moment still, I still hate myself for doing it, but at the same time, it's kind of a reliever in a sense. Not to say like, oh my god, I can't wait to drink alcohol, but it's more just like, it was that pressure in my head, like, you gotta do better, you gotta do this and do that. You know what I'm saying? If you fuck up now, you'll forever be a fuck up. Because I'm really hard on myself a lot of times. Really, put myself down so badly compared to other times and shit. Because I don't know, I just hold myself to a certain standard. Or at least I like to think I hold myself to a certain standard. And and especially those around me who know me, I feel like their expectations of me, I have to be up there. Even though they probably don't think of me like that, or think like my expectation or their expectations of me is that high, I want to believe they think of me as highly, as highly as they think, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if that makes sense, but so when I fuck up, or when I do bad things, that not only just affect me but those around me, it hits me extra hard. Like when I know I'm being an inconvenience or a problem to other people around me, it hits me so much harder than like people realize. And I told some people about it. I told my best friend Mary about it. I told my boy Daryl about it. I told my sister about it. You know, like I told some people about it. Not everyone knows that about me, but it's something that I do know. And it's a fact that like they told me to like don't be so hard on yourself, but it's like I have to be, because if I'm not hard on myself, then who am I? Who's there to hold me accountable? You know what I'm saying? I mean, I have them. I mean, like believe me, my friends and my family will call me out on my bullshit. You know, I like to believe they would. You know what I'm saying? And they have. And I always tell them like please, like call me out if I'm doing some dumb shit. Like please call me out. Like I don't mind it. I know some people take offense. Like why the fuck are you judging me? Whatever the fuck. No, like people, like if people actually genuinely care for you and genuinely want you to succeed in life and just be like in good health and like everything, friends will not just agree with everything you do. You know what I'm saying? Oh shit, I got a phone call. That's weird. Yeah, like generally, like good friends, like people who or family even, like who genuinely love you, will not just call you, not call you out. I don't want to sound like it's a negative connotation, but like they will be concerned with you. They'll talk to you to be like, hey, like what's going on? Why are you thinking like this? Or why are you doing this? You know, this is not you. This is not who you are. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not afraid to confront. That's the word, confront you about things. You know what I'm saying? I think you have people in your group who just agree to everything you do or everything you say. Those, in my opinion, are not the greatest friends or family members, because they're just like you. You know what I'm saying? And it's not necessarily a bad thing, especially if it's like harmless, or like you guys just have similar interests, like in, maybe you guys like going to raves, or maybe you guys like going to the movies together, or like whatever. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to like life and like making important decisions and important like discussions about life, I think it's important to have different people in your group. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if this is making sense, but in my head it does. I'd rather have people around me with so many different opinions and different perspectives on life than have, yes men or yes people around me who are endorsing or encouraging my behavior, even though we all know it's bad. I mean, ignorance is bliss to a certain point, but I don't want to be ignorant. I don't want to be dumb for the rest of my life. You feel me? And I hope to, one day do great things, and I've accomplished a good amount of things. You know what I'm saying? I own 2 cars. I save, not crazy amount of money, but I save money. In terms of goals, I know I made a goal. At my first YouTube video, if you guys want to go watch that, I made goals this year. And unfortunately, some of those goals are not going to be met. Well, yeah, just some of them. But the ones that I have, one of them was trying to build better relationships with people and stuff. That has, and I'm pretty content with the idea that at least, because that's important goals. Goals are like things you just want to strive for. It doesn't mean you're going to achieve them right away, or you might even fail them, and that's okay. I think my problem too is like I was trying to achieve so much because I'm an overachiever in a way, and like just keep going, don't stop. And when I fail again, like I'm hard on myself because I feel like a failure. I feel like I could have done more and all these other things, and that's just not a good way of thinking. And if I go back to the root of the problem, it's the whole reason why I drank and smoke and like all this other stuff, is because I just didn't want to feel that no more. I didn't want to feel that constant pressure, which some people may have it on me, but at the end of the day, it's me who has it on me. You know what I'm saying? It's me who's putting all this stress and pressure on myself, because I have to be that guy. You feel me? I don't know, like if people could relate to that, but I was always, someone's, me, like someone's friend. I've always been the listener. I've always been the provider. I've always been trying to be the good brother, the good son, and you know what I'm saying. And I have not always, you know what I'm saying. I have not always, you know. And it hurts more. Again, like it hurts me more knowing that like I hurt someone in a way that I didn't mean to, or like inconvenience someone in a way too. Cause like it tears me apart. I ain't gonna lie. Let's see if I can get this shit in one shot. Woo! I'm clean like that. Yeah. But no, yeah, like I wish I could explain myself more, you know, clearly. But that got mad dark. Looks like about rain and stuff. It's getting cold now, but I guess in the day, like I've come to a realization. Whoa, realization. That it's okay for me to feel not to feel that bad in a sense. Basically, at the root of it, I don't need to feel that bad. Yes, you know, I've messed up, and I still have messed up. And one of those, you know, like I said, when I went sobriety, the whole reason I went sobriety is because I really messed up earlier this year in June, where it just got me thinking, like, bro, like, because 2022, I don't know if I shared this story. I went to the hospital because I drank too much. Luckily, didn't have to do anything crazy, like didn't have to pump my stomach or nothing. But that was a very scary moment around people who, again, weren't necessarily my friends. I thought they were, but not all of them were. Only two of them. Shout out to you, Gus and Roberto, like my homeboys right there. They are the ones who took care of me and really looked out for me and stuff. And I appreciate them every day. But 2022 was on July 4th. I remember this because I got really, really drunk because I was really, really going through it in my head, in my life, and like just in a bad space. Went to the hospital and I was like, all right, that's it. No more of this bullshit. And then 3 years later, almost like 4 years later, I do the same shit again around the same goddamn time in June, July, right there in June. And I'm just like, did I not learn anything? Did I actually just don't learn? And like, again, like that's the part that's been hitting me hard. Like, do I not fucking learn? And that's why I went to this, I want to say extreme, because I think sobriety is an important step in people's lives, especially if you're very addicted. You have a very addicted personality like me. Like, I would say even going a month without it, you feel different. I know for the first 3 weeks it was hard as shit to be like sober and stuff. Like I was fiending for it. Like I never felt like that, you know what I'm saying? But after that, like the first month was like, okay, I don't feel that great, but I feel okay. Then the second month rolled by and I was like, I feel good. I feel, you know, alive, cognitive in a way. And then the third month rolled by and then I'm like, okay, I'm doing good. And then I fell back at it. Which again, like I'm approaching this new way where I am banning any hard alcohol. So any Patron, any Hennessy, none of that shit. I'm not drinking none of it. I'm saying no. The only alcohol I'm having is either wine, light beers, and maybe like beers like Modelo's or Coronas. But like that's it. And only a few. And only at like occasions, events. Like literally only parties, like birthday parties, if they have it there. Maybe music festivals, maybe not there actually, because you know I feel like once you, it's just the vibe. I have to feel the vibe out. If I feel like okay, I could have a beer, I'm gonna have a beer, and I shouldn't feel too bad about it. But if I don't feel like having a beer, I'm not gonna have a beer. And I refuse to bend over peer pressure or environment to let me influence my decisions on that. And that's the way I'm gonna be approaching life now, with at least alcohol, with my life with alcohol. And that's it. I kind of just want to hear ramble a little bit, but that's just a little update on October, my whole month and my whole approach to life. And don't be too hard on yourself, guys. Deadass. Don't be too hard on yourself. Life is too short. You know, I'm not saying go out there and make all kinds of mistakes, but you know, it's okay to make mistakes and learn from them. I didn't obviously learn my mistake. Now I truly do, and I'm approaching every problem I'm doing with a different mentality. And honestly, it has been an incredible. As much as it might sound like I had like a bad year or a bad month and like whatever, it has been an incredible eye-awakening moment. And I appreciate God has ever given me. I appreciate my family. I appreciate the friends I know who have my back. I appreciate it all. And I absolutely love it. I absolutely love y'all. And I hope y'all feel that shit. But I have to go now. I have work to do. Y'all have a good day. Peace out.